A supercomputer has predicted the 2024-25 Premier League table as the new season draws closer following the end of the Euros and Copa America. The Premier League will be back in just 32 days with the opening game of the campaign between Manchester United and Fulham at Old Trafford. It feels like forever since Manchester City snatched a record fourth crown on the bounce from the clutching fingers of Arsenal on the final day, and we lost all three newly promoted sides, Sheffield United, Burnley and Luton. This time round there will of course be three more fresh faces, in the shape of Ipswich Town, Southampton and Leicester City, and of course another fascinating tussle for the crown. But will City make it 5 in a row? Will Arsenal finally go that extra step? Or will we have another Leicester-esque miracle? According to Grosvenor Sports Supercomputer, it looks like we're going to be having another blue moon descend over the 2024-25 season. The supercomputer itself runs by simulating every single match 1,000 times to come to as accurate as possible a conclusion over the result, and after taking into account things like team strength, betting market, and artificially generated randomness, a table is created. Pep Guardiola's side, in what could be the Spanish coach's final season, are predicted to extend the gap to the Gunners and finish 3 points ahead of last season's tally on 94. Mikel Arteta and company meanwhile are predicted to let slip the same number of points on their title rivals and end up on 86, 8 points back from City in second place. Arne Slot's first campaign at the helm at Anfield will however be a largely successful one, his side predicted to come third on 80 points, just 2 off Jurgen Klopp's tally in his final term. And completing the Champions League spots is Manchester United, who Grosvenor Sport are backing to bag 71 points and a Champions League spot to boot, perhaps enhanced by the additions of Joshua Zirkzee and Lenny Yoro, who is set to sign imminently. Aston Villa secured a fourth-place finish last term, but Ollie Watkins and company are set to slip 2 spots to 6th on 65, while Enzo Maresca is back to breathe new life into the Blues and take Chelsea up to 5th on 67 points. In 7th come Tottenham on 63, while West Ham, Newcastle and Brentford are tied on 57 points in 8th, 9th and 10th respectively. The mid-table battle is very close with 4 teams separated by 5 points, and it's 2 of the late-season surprise packages who lead the way. Oliver Glasner's revolution at Crystal Palace earned widespread praise and his team are predicted to come 11th on 47 points, though still a ways from Brentford on 57 in 10th. Bournemouth are narrowly beaten on 46 points in 46 as Andoni Iraola prepares for a second term, with Everton perhaps shockingly up in 13th on 42, level with Fulham in 14th. Brighton are perhaps the shock of the supercomputer's calculations, however. Fabian Hürzeler will become the youngest ever Premier League boss this term, but his side are predicted to narrowly avoid relegation with 35 points, level with Southampton. Leicester, though, cut it even finer as they bid to just about avoid a disaster a la Indiana Jones, ending up with 34 points. But it's heartbreak for Nottingham Forest, Wolves and Ipswich Town, with Grosvenor Sport predicting that the trio will drop into the Championship with just 32, 29 and 18 points respectively.